Welcome to the Hatboro-Horsham High School College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I am the facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first announcement, your camera and microphone are off, so we cannot see or hear you. Second announcement, you can use the Q&A feature in Zoom to type your questions at any point throughout our session today. Third announcement, this is just one of a few different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And final announcement, this presentation is being recorded and you can access that recording by visiting the website on your screen, strivescan.com/Hatboro-Horsham. That's the end of all of my announcements. So I'm now going to turn it over to our first presenter from Eckerd College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Douglas. I'm an admission counselor at Eckerd. I will be presenting to you. So I'm sharing my screen. I think here we are. All right. So here's an aerial shot of campus here at Eckerd. We're located in St. Petersburg in Florida, down on the Gulf Coast. So we'll jump right in real quick. So this is a picture of our geographic reach. So as you'll see, we draw on quite the number of states here, and that's actually a little outdated. We're only missing one, but our students are on average traveling about 1,000 miles to come to Eckerd. So it's about 4 times the national average. I think that's great to keep in mind because it's definitely the norm that students show up on campus and they don't know anyone else here. So don't be discouraged if you don't know anyone at Eckerd or anyone else applying to Eckerd. Also, this is our academic calendar. So we have a 414, and each number value is emblematic of how many courses you'll be taking in a given term. So you'll be starting in the fall with 4, and then 1 in the month of January, and then 4 in the spring. This is the baseline of our calendar. However, your first year, it will look a little different. It'll be more like a 144. So that's because instead of the winter term, you'll be taking an autumn term. And so, we don't have a weekend orientation during the summer. We just mesh that in. So all first year students arrive on campus 3 weeks early before any other students. And this is a time where you'll be taking your first college course. So it's a semester long course. It's meshed into 3 weeks, given that's also the only course you'll be taking. Outside of the class, you will be doing different orientation events and going to see different speakers and things like that. So we find this really helpful for our students, one, because our students are typically coming from such a ways away to just orient them. But, in general, just before fall semester starts and gets really busy really quickly, our students are already having their first college class under their belt. So they're oriented to college level thinking. They understand campus, know the layout of campus, know where things are. They also have already made some friends and they've met their faculty mentor as well. So here is a picture of all of our areas of study. So you can feel free to take a picture of this if you like. I'll pause briefly, but we'll be moving on. So, and everything marked by an asterisk is offered only as a minor. Marine science is our flagship major. So we're one of the most competitive marine science schools in the nation. We are also a liberal arts college. So about 1/3 of our students are doing natural sciences, 1/3 are doing social sciences, and then 1/3, humanities, arts, business, etc. So this is our beach on campus. Students really like to gather here, and it's really campus. 90% of students live on campus all 4 years actually. So it's you won't really be in a dorm all 4 years. You kind of graduate to apartment style living, but it really just fosters the most accepting and close-knit community that I've ever seen. And but yeah, also pictured here is a dog. So pets are allowed on campus. We were the first college to allow dogs on campus, and that really proliferated to a wide range of pets. And if you take the sidewalk down a little further, you'll get to the waterfront. So it's one of the most extensive collegiate waterfront programs in the country, actually. It's pretty much, you name it, we have it. So a bunch of different types of sailboats, which you can take your sailing course here at the waterfront if you don't know how to sail. We have, of course, kayaks pictured here, paddle boards, even wakeboarding trips, and lots of other things as well. But moving to the application, we are on the Common App. So we also do have our own specific app on our website. We are test optional this year, so you don't need to do any tests. You need one letter of recommendation. And we also have early action, which is non-binding. And we also have a rolling admission. And I'll end here with this little quote. So Lorraine Pope created a book that's called The Colleges That Changed Lives, which we're really proud to be a part of. It says Eckerd College might seem like the perfect spot for an easy college career. 4 years marked by sun, surf, and sand. But if you're looking for a vacation, you should enroll elsewhere. And that's really just highlighting the fact that, yes, it's a really fun time here at Eckerd. And we have a beach on campus and all these sorts of things. But our students are also really academically motivated and driven. So if you see the beach and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go hang out for 4 years and maybe not go to class, might not be the best spot for you. But I will end it there. So I thank everyone for coming out and listening. And now I'm going to throw my contact in the chat. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Our next presenter is from Andrew College.
Hey everyone, my name is Kara Tafoya. I am an admission counselor at Andrew College. So Andrew College is a primarily 2-year school located in Southwest Georgia in Cuthbert. We are about 2.5 hours from Atlanta, Georgia, about 2 hours from Tallahassee, Florida, and we are just a short drive to the Gulf Coast beaches. A lot of our students on their spring breaks and on their free weekends like to go down to the beach and hang out. So our average enrollment at Andrew is 300 students. Our average class size is going to be about 14, but that number varies. Some of our students, depending on the major, have classes as small as maybe 3 other students up to maybe 25 in some of our larger core classes. The good thing about going to a small college, having small class sizes, means our professors really get to know you on a more personal level. You don't walk into a class of 300 students on the first day of class, which is a great, huge perk here. I like to use myself as an example. I am an alum. I graduated from Eckerd College class of 2016, and I transferred to the University of Georgia right after. So a lot of our students do move directly into a 4-year institution. You can see the number on your screen here says 90%. In the last 7 years, all the students we've had who've applied to the University of Georgia have gotten in and attended. Another little note about the personal touch that we have is our professors will write letters of recommendation for our students. I had 2 professors from Andrew College help me get into grad school this past spring. So our application is completely online on our website. We are not on Common App. We have waived our application fee. This is a permanent change we made this year. Our minimum GPA requirement is a 2.0. And like a lot of other colleges, we are SAT, ACT optional for the fall of 2022. So earlier I mentioned that we are a primarily 2-year school. We say primarily because we do offer now 2 bachelor degree programs. We have a bachelor's in business administration, and we have a brand new bachelor's degree program in elementary education. And then these include some of our more popular associate degree programs. We have over 20 associate degrees as well. So we are part of the NJCAA. We have 10 varsity sports teams on campus. They're listed here. If you're interested in playing a sport at a collegiate level and want to be considered for one of our partial athletic scholarships, you can go to this link down at the bottom of your screen where there is a recruiting questionnaire as well as our coach's contact information. All right, so this is just some of the student activities, clubs, and organizations we have on campus. Over 80% of our students do live on campus. All of our dorms are suite-style residence halls. Private rooms are available on a first-come, first-served basis. There is an upcharge to have a private room unless you are an RA. All of our dorms have either been are new or newly renovated. We recently put a couple $1 million into renovating several parts of our campus, including classroom space as well. We also have our Andrew Serves Leadership Organization. That's a servant leadership program we have here on campus. We have an Eckerd College Ambassadors Program, a new touch to that program this year. Students who participate, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, or a transfer student, can get a scholarship for participating in that ambassador program. We also work closely with Habitat for Humanity, and we also put on several performing arts, plays, concerts, musicals, etc. throughout the year. So if you look in the top corner of your screen, this is our total cost for the 2021-2022 school year. One perk of our school is that this rate will not change whether you're in-state, out-of-state, or an international student. This is the same cost that all our Eckerd College students will pay. We do offset that a little bit by offering several different scholarship opportunities. One is we do have the federal Pell Grant. We also have a Pitt Scholarship Competition. If you have above a 3.0 GPA, we will, once you've applied to the school, send you a notice saying that you are eligible to participate in this academic competition. To be eligible is to have above 3.0 GPA, like I said. We offer 2 full ride scholarships and 2 full tuition scholarships through that academic program. The dates for that competition will be in the spring this year. So check out our website for the dates. So these are some of the primary scholarships and grants that we offer, as well as secondary scholarships. These are all institutional scholarships. The primary scholarships and grants cannot be stacked on top of one another, but they can be combined with those smaller secondary scholarships. So that includes academic scholarship. Andrew Serves offers both a primary and a secondary scholarship for participating in that program. We have athletic scholarships, we have Tiger grants. Secondary scholarships include some of our publications, our Eckerd College Digital Network. So if you want to check out those, all those are listed again on our website. We are doing in-person or virtual visits this year. Knowing that you guys are in Pennsylvania, we know in-person might not be an opportunity for y'all to come down unless you would love to come down and visit, which we said we would love to have you. So we are having a couple in-person preview days. We have one on the 23rd that's specifically for nursing respiratory therapy students. And then we have a general one November 22nd. We do offer virtual tours. If you go to our website link at the top of your screen here, if you want to take a picture of it and look later, you can go there and you can register for a virtual tour, or you can do a general information session if you just want to sit down and talk to a counselor. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. My contact information is down here at the bottom of your screen. And yeah, that's all I had. Thank you guys so much for coming. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from Florida Southern College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Hopkins. I am one of the Assistant Directors of Admission at Florida Southern. Let me get my slideshow up. So Florida Southern is located in Lakeland, Florida, about halfway between Tampa and Orlando. We are on the smaller side. We've got about 3,500 students on campus. So if you are looking for a college where you're going to get to know your professors, you're going to be able to walk from one side of the campus to the other in 15 minutes, and run into 10 different people you know, that's very much the community style atmosphere we have at FSC. We are actually Florida's oldest private church affiliated college. We've been around since 1883. We have over 70 different majors. So again, if you want to take a quick photo of this, some of our largest programs include business, the sciences, psychology. We have the top private education program in the state of Florida, really great fine arts programs. We like to call ourselves a comprehensive college with a liberal arts core. So no matter what you end up studying at FSC, you're going to be taking classes across the disciplines. And about half of our students choose to double major. So if you have a lot of different interests, FSC makes it really easy to double major and minor, and really make your education your own. No matter what you study, we have a very hands-on approach to education. So that might look like doing antibiotic research your freshman year in our biology class. It might look like going out into the classroom as an education student, working at Lakeland Regional Health Center as a nursing or medical laboratory science student. We want to make sure our students aren't learning by lecture, they're actually learning and getting hands-on experience inside the classroom. Because we are a smaller school, our average class size is going to be about 18 when we have a 13-to-1 student-faculty ratio. In addition to a really hands-on approach to education, we guarantee our students 3 things. We do have a guaranteed study abroad, which is a program called the Junior Journey. It's built into tuition. It's about a 1 to 2 week long trip where students are able to travel the world alongside faculty members and earn course credit. We do also guarantee all students internships. So again, getting hands-on experience, building your resume, making professional contacts. We're very well connected within the Lakeland community. And then of course, being in Central Florida, there are so many opportunities for our students to get that internship experience. And then we do also guarantee that our students will graduate in 4 years. So this is just our commitment to you as students, that if you're coming to Florida Southern, you will be in and out with a bachelor's degree in that 4-year time period. Outside of the classroom, we have a very active campus community. We do guarantee housing for all 4 years, and over 90% of our students live in Florida Southern owned housing, whether that's one of our dorms on campus or one of our off-campus apartment complexes. 100% of our students are involved in at least something on campus. So we have over 160 different clubs and organizations, Greek life, campus ministries, honor societies, service organizations. The average Florida Southern student is quite involved on campus. We are a Division II school, so we have 20 Division II varsity programs, as well as a handful of club sports and intramural programs. About half of FSC students choose to get involved in intramurals. So we've got everything from flag football to sand volleyball, basketball, soccer. They do kayak races out on the lake, inner tube water polo. It's a great way to stay active and meet new people. We are on the Common app, on the Coalition app, and there is also an application on our website. It is free to apply to Florida Southern. We do want to see your high school transcripts, a letter of recommendation, a personal statement, and we are test optional. So you can see the admitted student profile at the bottom of the screen. We do recommend that if you have that 1130 SAT or above or 23 ACT or above, that you apply test considered. If you do have questions about how to apply, please reach out to your admissions counselor and we can help advise you. The average admitted student had about a 3.82 GPA, and that is weighted. So we do wait for AP, IB, honors, dual enrollment, and accept any of those credits as well. When you are reviewed for admission, you're automatically reviewed for merit scholarship up to $21,000 a year. In addition to those scholarships awarded at acceptance, we do stack additional Florida Southern aid and external scholarship. So we offer scholarship for our Division II athletes, for our fine arts students. We have 4 prestige scholarship programs that require a separate application and interview, but can earn you up to a full ride to Florida Southern. And 98% of our students do receive scholarship. So we've got a great net price calculator on our website if you want to get a rough idea of how much you might be eligible to receive. And we in the admissions office work with students throughout the application process and financial aid. So if you have questions about financial aid, we are here to help with that. Finally, I definitely encourage you to visit. We are open for campus tours Monday through Friday. We've got some virtual programs as well. So we hope to see you on campus soon.
Thank you, Florida Southern. Our next presenter is from the University of Tampa.
Hi guys, I am Faith Sanders from the University of Tampa. I'll be your go-to person for the enrollment process, and I've got a chance to connect with a few of you, but I got a short presentation and let's get started. So forgive me if you guys are able to see the next slide, but it is okay. As far as UT goes, on the surface, we are a medium-sized private institution. The private means that we're able to offer the same in-state and out-of-state tuition, while medium size is just under 10,000. So we have like 9,700 students. And of course, it may or may not matter, but our in-state and out-of-state tuition is the same, along with us being independent. So there's no religious affiliation at UT, although you would see a chapel if you were to come on campus, but it's a closed campus. Although we're in the heart of the city, You can get from point A to point B from driving through our campus. And you'll take advantage of the things in your immediate proximity, which include internships, opportunities for professional development, along with the beach. Beaches aren't too far out either, similar to a ton of the other institutions you're hearing from today, but tons of diversity at UT as well. We are represented in all states and 138 countries. We're only 20% Floridian. So if you are worried that you're coming out on an island by attending UT, our average student travels about 1,000 miles to attend UT. We're a baccalaureate or liberal arts school, and we offer a baccalaureate experience. It just means that you will complete like a diverse number of courses during your beginning stages at UT, ultimately to be a well-versed student by the time that you graduate. But our average class size is about 22. We have no teacher assistants, and almost all of our faculty have their terminal degree, meaning doctorate, in their respective areas. But something that UT takes pride in is our experiential education. Here are a few glances. If you guys are interested in any of these pictures, more than happy to talk on any of our programs, as all programs at UT are honestly competitive and able to be used as stepping stones. So I mentioned our location as kind of giving us the opportunity to have or the opportunity to receive professional development and take on internships. They're literally within walking distance. And that's the kind of unique part about UT. We have a give and take relationship with the downtown community. And I'll talk about our postgraduate success in a few slides, but here's just a quick glance at the organizations that we've worked with in the past and who we currently have alumni employed with. We don't have a medical school on campus, but as far as our medical schools on campus, but as far as our undergraduate degrees go, definitely proud of where our students have gone on to. And the student who fits is just a student who isn't afraid of the opportunities available within this area. As far as housing goes, freshman housing is not guaranteed, but an early application is always the best practice. As you progress into your latter years, you will be set up with more of an apartment style room, but living on campus is not mandatory. And I always did feel safe living at UT. I lived on campus until I graduated. The dining options are pretty much endless and remind you of home. And I'll speak to a few new things we have going on before I get into the bulk of it. But new fitness center, there will be a Olympic-sized pool, a recreation pool, a jacuzzi, pool house, new basketball courts, and in addition to our fitness center, just so that you guys know what you would be walking into. We are a D2 school. We have one D1 sport, it's beach volleyball. We also have ROTC, and able to be a scholarship if you are willing to serve following graduation, of course. We accept these 3 applications and are completely test optional. So our average student gets an average admitted student gets about a 3.4. Our test optional policy is that it will not help or hurt you to give us that info. And if you guys need a fee waiver, feel free to reach out. Make sure that your essay is just strong and positive. Our early action deadline is November 15th. You'll hear back within a month later of both of these deadlines. And at this time, you also receive your merit scholarship amount. We have departmental scholarships for a few other departments. And then your need-based and financial or your FAFSA kind of work together. But this is our sticker price, in-state and out-of-state again. And our average financial aid package is about $18,000. 92% of our students don't pay the full price. If you come into UT with above a 3.0, you will not be paying that sticker price. And then just circling back, our average student graduates within about 3.7 years. And most of them are successful in obtaining their postgraduate goals. I'm trying to think of anything that I missed. I know I have a little time left, but I will just close. And encourage you to follow us on social media. We'll definitely give you a good feel for the University of Tampa. But I myself am also one of the students that traveled a ways from home to attend UT. And most of our faculty here still are graduated from UT and are still here working. So that is all I have for you all.
Thank you, Faith. Our next presenter is from NC State.
Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Tyler. I am one of our assistant directors here at NC State. So happy to be with you and spend the next 6 minutes talking about North Carolina State. So we are a large public university, about 36,000 total students, 25,000 of those at the undergraduate level. We're located smack dab in the middle of North Carolina and also in the middle of Raleigh, second largest city in the state after Charlotte. About 16% of our campus comes from outside the state of North Carolina, and we do have an institutional capacity of 18%. So always looking to grow until we reach that overall number of 18%. Again, room at the 16% current. We are definitely the most well-known as a STEM institution. So if this is your first time seeing the word science, technology, engineering, and math, but we are definitely not STEM exclusive. We'll take a look at our top 10 most popular majors shortly. And then we're continually ranked as a great value for out-of-state students. And we'll look at some of the reasons why. So our campus, it is beautiful. It's also quite large. So we have more than 2,000 acres for our students to interact with. It includes 3 different forests. We have a lake on campus, and all of this is 1 mile outside of downtown Raleigh. So while you have all of the great opportunities of an urban environment and location, our campus itself, it has immense opportunities to get outdoors, to socially distance before it was mandated before the pandemic. So lots of great things to take part in. Couple unique things to highlight is that we do have 70 corporate government nonprofit partners directly on campus. So you don't have to leave campus to get your foot in the door. And they hire close to 300 of our graduating seniors every year. These include Hanes Clothing, the National Weather Service, and like 70 others in addition to those two. So our whole focus at NC State is going to be getting you world-class opportunities. We're ranked in the top 20 for undergraduate entrepreneurship, and really the hub of innovation and entrepreneurship in the South can be tied back to the Research Triangle Park. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill all form this really great startup community. We have maker spaces on campus, an entrepreneurship garage, our innovation labs, so lots to do and lots to get your hands on. Talking about getting your hands on different things, so we love to provide experiential learning, high impact moments for our students inside and outside the traditional classroom, whether that is exploring any of our entrepreneurship majors or the large focus of entrepreneurship on campus. That would be a great opportunity. We have amazing co-ops and internships with both local and national and international companies and businesses. So you can definitely get your foot in the door, but that foot can take you places far and wide. If you are looking to study abroad, all of our majors are study abroad friendly. We have more than 230 different locations, including the NC State European Center, which is in the Czech Republic. And then finally, we are a Research One institution. So research is a big part of the makeup, the culture, the society at NC State, and all majors have the opportunity to participate in some form of undergraduate research. It may not be directly related to your major. You'll find professors doing really amazing research projects across all disciplines. So as I mentioned, we are known as a STEM institution. You can see a lot of STEM majors focused here, but we do have more than 100+ different majors. Some of our most popular are on the screen. It includes our College of Agriculture and Life Science. We were founded as a land grant institution and take our commitments to protecting the earth very seriously through our College of Natural Resources as well. We also are the only university with a whole college devoted to textiles. They make some of the most comfortable socks that I own, but also have really great opportunities for research in the College of Textiles. We have majors across the board, so 100+ for you to choose from, including our exploratory studies program. And really at NC State, we want you to come in with an interest and then take that interest and find your passion. So our exploratory studies takes your interest and then matches you up with an undergraduate major that may be the best fit for you. We have a similar focus in our College of Engineering, our Poole College of Management, as well as our Life Science first year program, where all of our majors are direct entry, and we're just here to ensure that the major of your choice is going to be the best fit for you in a 4-year timeframe. 2 deadlines to take note of. So early action, November 1st, which if you are checking your watches is less than 20 days away. So we definitely would encourage out-of-state applicants to apply early action, as that does tend to have our highest acceptance rates, about 42% for out-of-state students. And then finally, looking a little bit at that cost of attendance. So right around $46,000 for out-of-state students, including tuition and fees, which will be locked in for 4 years, room and board. We do happily take any information coming from the FAFSA and award need-based aid. But one other reason to apply early action to us is admitted students get access to the NC State PAC Assist, which is our scholarship portal. So if you're out there bubbling, like, do I submit early action? Do I not? I would highly recommend it so that you can start filling out those scholarship applications as soon as you are accepted. Few opportunities to come visit us. So tours Mondays through Fridays, open houses on Saturday. I'll see you there if you are coming down to Raleigh. But definitely look forward to connecting in the future, and I'll provide some contact information in the chat.
Thank you, Tyler. Our next presenter is from the University of South Carolina.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Murray. I am the regional representative from the University of South Carolina. I live in the Philadelphia area, and I'm able to, give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I can get. So I just want to go over the university, our information, hopefully answer some questions for you folks. I always like to start by talking about the city of Columbia, which is where our university is located. We are about an hour and a half north of Charleston, which if you've ever been to Charleston, South Carolina, it is absolutely beautiful, but so is the city of Columbia. We are also about an hour and a half south of the mountain areas in South Carolina, and also about an hour and a half south of Clemson University, to give you some geographic location. Columbia is a fantastic city with plenty to do for students, and while we are technically considered a city institution, we are not what you would traditionally consider an urban institution like the schools in Philadelphia. The university was actually founded first, and the city of Columbia has since formed around the institution. So it is an institution that happens to be within a city, and not a city that is holding an institution, if that makes sense. But I always like to talk about how there is always so much to do for our students, and students are always able to, get around and enjoy themselves in the city of Columbia, as well as within the university themselves. Just a general profile from last year. So we have about 27,000 total undergraduate students. With graduate students in mind, we have about 36,000. So it's a fairly large institution. We recruit about 42% of our students from out of state. Pennsylvania is ranked 7th amongst our top 10 states that we recruit from outside of the state of South Carolina. But New Jersey is actually 2nd and New York is 5th. So we do recruit heavily from the northeastern areas. But we also have students representing all 50 states and over 100 different countries. So no matter where you're coming from the University of South Carolina, you are always going to be meeting new people. You are never going to feel like you are 1 in 500 kids that comes to the university that is from out of state. As I mentioned, these are just some of the other states that we recruit from primarily, but like I mentioned, we have representation from all across the country. I always like to mention and do a little bit of a humble brag in that the University of South Carolina proudly has over 60 nationally ranked programs within our undergraduate and graduate degrees. With that being said, that means that we have about more than we have more nationally ranked programs than all of the other institutions in the state of South Carolina combined, which is a nice little humble brag that we have. And while we are a larger institution, we pride ourselves in keeping that student to faculty ratio down to only 17:1. So if you are sitting here thinking that you don't want to go to a school that's fairly large because you don't want to be stuck in a lecture hall of 300 students, we don't have those at the University of South Carolina. 85% of the classes that you will take as a undergraduate student is going to be less than 50 students, with the maximum number of students being maybe like 60 to 70 students per classroom. And those are for your general Carolina core classes. And then between all of our majors, minors, and concentrations, we have over 300 degree options for our students. I always like to say that going into the University of South Carolina, you can go in with your best friend in the same major and graduate with 2 completely different experiences and different minors and concentrations to really make your degrees unique to what you want to focus on by the time you graduate. These are the colleges and schools that we have that host our majors within the university. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go over all of the different majors, but our most predominant would be our Darla Moore School of Business. The College of Arts and Sciences holds our top majors like biology and psychology, and the College of Nursing would be our top programs. 11 of these colleges and schools host one of our over 100 different majors. But the last one that you see at the bottom right is our South Carolina Honors College, which is the #1 top ranked public honors college in the country. We are also ranked 3rd in the nation amongst public and private institutions. So if students who are interested in going into our honors college are going to be getting the best of the best in terms of what we have to offer, you have the opportunity as an honors student to go in and take honors level classes in or outside of your major. Any student in our honors college can major in anything that they so wish. We don't limit our honors classes to students in specific majors. They also have top priority in research opportunities, housing for freshman year, as well as priority choose pick of their courses. Our Capstone Scholars Program is a different kind of elite program that we offer for students who are still academically interested in that challenge, but not necessarily like the 4-year academic intensive program that comes with our honors college. You could do our 2-year Capstone Scholars Program, where for 2 years you will participate in leadership and service opportunities. The University of South Carolina has a great number of different internship and study abroad and research opportunities for all of our students. We have students intern all across the country. We recently had a student intern at Kleinfeld Bridal. So if any of you are familiar with Say Yes to the Dress, she got to intern as a retail management major at Kleinfeld, which is really exciting. But any student is able to participate in an internship or co-op opportunity before they graduate. They also can study abroad if they so wish. Even students with more rigorous curriculums like nursing do have the ability to study abroad, and research is heavily available for any student interested. Just to go over a little bit more of the housing and dining option for freshman year. So freshman year, you are required to live on campus, and listed are some of the more traditional housing styles. We have over 30 different living learning communities that students can pick and choose from to participate in their freshman year if they so wish. And we have over 30 different unique dining locations. One of the best things that I like to talk about is that as a student at the University of South Carolina, you will never go hungry. We have over 5 all-you-can-eat areas for students that is open from.
So that concludes the presentation portion of our session today. We're now going to transition to the Q&A portion. I want to encourage all of our presenters to return. Feel free to turn your cameras on, and I will pose a question to the group. Our presenters will respond to the question in the order in which they presented. So, first question here. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I would first say that, while you may have a specific major in mind, don't allow that major to be the sole factor guiding your collegiate decision, because oftentimes, it's not uncommon that you would change your major in school. So, I'm not saying don't regard the specific majors of a school, because you want to go which school is offering your top choice, but look into the other things like the location of the schools. That's somewhere you imagine yourself enjoying for 4 or more years. The campus life, the clubs, professors, just other things as well.
I would say always visit the school before you make any final decisions. That's whether or not if you want to go visit your dream school, whether that you don't know kind of what school you're looking for. Always visit a school, because we can sit down here and talk all day long about our schools, but you really won't get a feel for the campus until you actually are physically on campus.
I would say utilize the resources available to you. Obviously, coming to visit, using us as admissions staff. I can only help you so much if you're talking to me and asking me questions and asking for advice. So utilize every resource you can as you are trying to figure out where you'll end up.
Awesome. And yes, to follow up everyone else, I would definitely just make sure that it's an institution you'd feel comfortable at for 4 years. I was a transfer. I transferred to UT at the end of my sophomore year. So just visit, yes, and then just imagine yourself there for the next 4 years and really debate whether or not you'd be comfortable.
Yeah, I think that it definitely is. You're applying to college, right? So you need to think about the next 2 to 4 years, depending on if you're going to a community college, a 4-year college or university, if technical school is the right thing for you. But it is an advanced degree, so you need to be prepared, whether that's making spreadsheets, like yes, visiting, but also like don't miss deadlines. We're all here and we're here to support you. But the more preparation you put in, the better you're going to feel by the midpoint of your senior year, where then you're able to relax and really make those lasting memories. But put the work in now, because I promise that it's worth it. If you don't do it, you're just going to drag out a lot of not great feelings.
I would say to give yourself a little bit of grace as you go through this process, because this is not an easy time. It can be very stressful for all of you going through this process, and to understand that we understand that the last time, especially for the seniors, the last time that you had a normal school year was your freshman year of high school. So to understand that we are here to answer any and all questions, and get that you might be just starting out this process because of the past now almost 2 years that we've been living in this crazy pandemic. So understand that we as counselors are here to help guide you through this process, and we are counselors first. We just all happen to work for different admissions offices second. So we are here to help guide you throughout the process, regardless of what school we all represent and work for.
Thank you all. Great advice from the group. So that concludes our virtual college fair for today. But as you exit from our Zoom session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings in the future. I also want to remind you to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, you can access this recording by visiting the website on your screen. I want to thank all of our amazing presenters for joining us and sharing your experiences and knowledge with our attendees. Also, thank you to our attendees for taking time out of your busy day. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.